Raptors come into this match, they've already wrapped up the Maryland JUCO regular season with a spotless 10-0 record. They spent the last few weeks in NJCAA Division II Top 20, and in the latest poll, they remained ranked 19 in the nation. Not too shabby for a team that is in its first season in Division II. And they've been named the top seed in next week's Region 20 tournament at the College of Southern Maryland, where they'll be the favorite. And of course, if they win, they'll head to the National Championship Tournament in Charleston, West Virginia, November 15th through the 17th.
And, of course, all season long, this team has just been blowing up the stat sheet.
That may be the understatement of the year. The MC's Anya Cherpanova leads all of Maryland JUCO and is fourth nationally in hitting percentage. Skylar Thiessen is first in digs. Meanwhile, this is a deep team. You have Isabel Nelligan. She's third in the league in kills and hitting percentage and second in digs. And Talia Huss is second in assists per set in Maryland JUCO.
And with all that this team has accomplished so far this year, I guess maybe one of the key questions is, how does head coach Tori Cano keep her team focused and make sure they don't look too far down the road?
We're just kind of taking it each day at a time. We're starting each practice, like looking at our next opponent that we're playing next and kind of focusing our practice towards the team we're playing, and that's all we're focusing on. So we haven't really been looking ahead to who we're playing next. We're just kind of focusing in the now and taking each practice and each day step at a time.
Well, I guess, Joe, you could say that her strategy is working out perfectly.
I think you could probably say that. Now, when we had our last televised volleyball game, I talked to Coach Keno, and what she told me was that this is the type of team that is very coachable. It's a team that she can give instructions to, and they'll take it in and they'll execute it on the court. They're also a very disciplined and very determined team, and that's the type of attributes that you have on a team that makes any coach's life so much easier.
And, of course, with everything else that makes tonight so special, it's also sophomore night here on the Rockville campus. The college will be honoring each of the graduating sophomores from the MC volleyball team tonight. We'll have some highlights later in the broadcast, and we'll talk more about that. But there is a match to be played here tonight, and standing in the way of perfection for the Montgomery College Raptors is the Washington Adventist University Shock. The Shock, a 4-year NAIA program located right here in Montgomery County, competes in the USCAA Division I. Now, to be honest, they've had a bit of a rough season so far. They come in tonight with a record of 4-12, but they have started playing better over the last couple of weeks. And, Joe, you best believe they would like nothing better than to come in here tonight and knock the Raptors off their perch.
Yeah, this is the type of game when you haven't had a good season, you want to be that spoiler. You want to be that team that puts that blemish on the team that is undefeated.
So, a lot of great college volleyball ahead tonight, possibly a historic night. Stick with us. The first set is coming right up. You're watching Raptor Volleyball on MCTV Sports.
We don't all start in the same place, but we all deserve the same chance. Montgomery College graduates, rise up and say, I am MC. If you are the first in your family graduating from college, worked while attending college, are a military veteran, service member, or reservist, education empowers you to make an impact on your life, your family, your community, and the world.
With over 3.2 billion people online globally, cybersecurity jobs are in high demand. Montgomery College offers instruction on the latest technology in our state-of-the-art cyber lab. Hands-on experience provides entry-level computer technicians a pathway to enter the workforce or to transfer to a four-year institution. For more information, visit montgomerycollege.edu/cyberprogram.
And welcome back to the Rockville campus of Montgomery College. And Michael Brown alongside Joe Thompson. We're just about set to get underway. We've got a good look there at the Montgomery College Raptors. And we are just moments away from getting started. We're in the midst of the starting lineups. Let's take a look at the starters for Washington Adventist, Joe. Number 1, Deshanae Blake. Number 2, Spring McCarthy. Number 3, Courtney Tooley. Number 6, Crystal Salazar. Number 9, Jerusha Corbett. Number 10, Deja Leggett. And number 11, Thalia Gallego Barria, whose parents, we understand, are watching the live stream from Lyon, Spain.
That's awesome to say hello to the Barria family. But the Sharks head coach is Ben Johnson, and their associate head coach is Jeffrey Hyde. They're both in their 7th year. Helping them are assistants Sarah Alsop, Alejandra Campos, and Eleni De Castro. What you really want to look out for is Blake leading the team in assists and digs.
All right, now let's talk about the Montgomery College starters. It is sophomore night, so the Raptors are starting an all-sophomore lineup. Number 2, Anna Grace Bladen, sophomore out of Magruder High School. Number 3, Kishana Phoenix, a sophomore out of Skyline High School in Mesa, Arizona. Number 4, Ekaterina Tao, a sophomore out of Magruder High School. Number 7, Isabel Nelligan. I take that back. There are 2 freshmen in the lineup. Isabel Nelligan is a freshman out of Damascus High School. Number 8, Anya Chepernova. We talked a lot about her in the pregame, Joe. She's a freshman out of Northwest. And then 2 more sophomores. Number 12, Virginia Ostorga, a sophomore out of Northwood. And number 15, Katura Gregory, she's a freshman out of High Point High School.
All right. So MC's assistant coaches are Rick Carter in his 2nd year and Dan Smith in his 11th year. And in her 3rd year as a head coach of the Montgomery College Raptors, Tori Keno. Quite obviously, we've heard all about Anna Chepernova. We've heard some things about Nelligan, Thiessen, and Huss, but you have to also give some kudos to Katura Gregory and Kishana Phoenix, who are 4th and 5th, respectively, in Maryland JUCO in blocks. This is a very deep team, and even sophomores. On sophomore night, you start Anna Grace Bladen, you think, oh, maybe it's the step down from Huss, but she's 9th in Maryland JUCO in assists.
Yeah. Our officials. First official is Brenda Kirk. She's up on the ladder. And on the court, on the opposite side from us, is Chris Kant. And we see there's already a change, as often happens in volleyball. They announce one lineup and they immediately substitute. And Linnell Perez, another one of the sophomores, is in the lineup, and she's actually going to be serving. Now, she suffered a pretty serious knee injury about 3 weeks ago, but apparently, even though she is going to have surgery after the season, it's in good enough shape with the brace on that she's actually going to give it a go, at least for a few points here tonight. So great to see Linnell back out there, and of course, she couldn't go for that ball there.
Yeah, it's good to see her out there. I know they wanted to try to be careful with her, and she was very ginger about going for that dig right there. So they need to watch out, try to get her back to health, and maybe she'll help them in the national title chase.
All right, Spring McCarthy is serving for Adventist, who jump out to a quick 1-0 lead. There's the set, Phoenix, and that's point for Montgomery College. Phoenix has been a real great addition this year. She's a transfer from Wilberforce University, Central State University in Wilberforce, Ohio.
And she hits .404. That's her hitting percentage, which if she had enough attempts, she'd be, way high in the national standings. She hasn't had enough attempts to do so, but, she's very effective in that middle hitter position.
And, of course, she's from Mesa, Arizona. She moved here to be near her boyfriend of 3 years. So Adventist 2-1 in the lead, and there's a serve right into the net. That was number 6, Crystal Salazar.
And for this Adventist team against a very high-powered Montgomery College Raptors, the last thing they want to do is hurt themselves, kill themselves
right.
with unforced errors like that, a service error. That you at least want to make the team with the superior firepower beat you themselves. Don't beat yourself.
There's Phoenix with the serve, deep, and that's going to be a point for the Raptors. That's an ace. Kishana Phoenix, an accounting major, sophomore.
Yeah, that gives her 14 service aces on the season.
And she's, of course, known for her work at the net. Great blocker. There's another ace, as Adventist just couldn't handle the serve. And in comes Courtney Tooley for Adventist with the libero jersey on. Of course, for those of you not familiar with volleyball, it's best out of 5 sets. Win each set to 25. You must win by 2. The 5th set, if necessary, is to 15, win by 2.
And Phoenix, after 2 service aces in a row, she serves one into the net. That's that jump serve she's got is kind of high risk, high reward.
Chepernova with a big kill. Boy, she has been something else this year, Joe.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be talking about her all night with just how much of a force she is from all over the court. She can hit back row, she can dig, she can, pass just as well as anybody on the court.
Anna Grace Bladen with the serve. Nice hard line drive serve, and again, Adventist can't handle it.
Yeah, they seem to have trouble so far in the match with the heated serves, the serves that are a little bit have a little mustard on them. So let's see if they can make some kind of adjustment to be able to handle those type of serves.
Anna Grace Bladen, sophomore, and that one goes into the net.
Similar to what I said about Washington Adventist, like if you're the Raptors and you have the better record, you have the better statistics and the more polished players, you want to serve the ball over the net. Make sure it gets over the net. Like even if it's not the fanciest serve ever, make sure it gets over the net. Make Adventist, get the ball back over.
So Corbett's serve was long. Another point for the Raptors. Here comes the set. And she finds the hole in the donut. Number 2, Spring McCarthy.
McCarthy's just found, you said, the hole in the donut there. A little push over the top of the block there. Gregory just couldn't reach up high enough, and the back row could not get to it.
Geraldine Calote. And another service error for Adventist. They're really hurting themselves from the service line.
I mean, so far the name of this match has been serves, whether it be service aces not being able to be returned or service errors.
And that's going to be, they get it over. It's a free ball. Bladen with the set. Ostorga gets it over. McCarthy comes the set. And there's Phoenix with that patented move of hers where she basically dunks it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a two-hand slam. She's so quick off the floor, gets over the net, does not touch it, which obviously would be a violation, and knocks it straight back down where no one can get to it.
And that ball is out, and that'll be another point for the Raptors. So Ekaterina Tao on the service line right now. Integrated Studies major from Magruder High School, sophomore, playing her last home game for the Raptors. Comes to set. It'll be a backline attack for Chepernova. She's very good at those.
Even without the jump.
Comes to set. Ostorga. Good point. Phoenix just finds the spot right in the back line there.
That just seemed almost as though she. It was almost as though she
carried it there.
Palmed it and threw it where she wanted it to be.
I know.
I mean, obviously she didn't. The referees would have called it
right
if she had. But
right.
it was, I mean, such perfect placement.
Tao with a great serve. That thing just dove.
It's kind of a knuckleball there.
Nice dig by Adventist to save the point. Phoenix blocked back, but she gets the rebound.
Leggett with a nice block there, getting up off the floor quick.
And into the net, another point for the Raptors. So Montgomery College. Ekaterina Tao with a nice run here.
Thule had a miss hit on that attempt.
Three aces already for the Raptors. Comes the set, long set. Ostorga with the point. Nice hit. Off the set from Bladen.
And you don't expect a 5'4" player to be an outside hitter, but Ostorga, can bring the hammer. You saw it right there.
So here's Tao. She's having a nice run here from the line. Nice dig.
Nice dig. Tao got down on the ground for that one.
Ostorga tried to find the hole in the donut. Couldn't quite do it. Oh, Sanford just a little short. Chanel Sanford.
Yeah, she was trying to finesse it over there. I think she might have, again, had a better chance if she'd taken a swing at it. Make Adventist return it.
Big hit. And a good point there by number 10, Deja Leggett.
Leggett leads the team in kills. 86 with that one.
That was a good one. Sanford, she likes that cross-court attack. Back row attack for Chepernova, and it's in. Great accuracy.
She's just such a polished player. Like, again, anywhere on the court, she's dangerous. She can block, she can block, but that one was probably 20 feet off the net, and she's still able to attack it and place it in such a beautiful spot where it can't be returned.
A lot of topspin on that one, which helped it stay in. So there's a point for Adventist. 14-8. We're in the first set. Raptors on top. Good look at Ekaterina Tao.
I think the Raptors fell asleep on that last one, didn't communicate about who should go after that ball.
And there's Perez, obviously not moving well. And another point for Adventist.
Adventist is trying to be the plucky team that could right here, which
they're playing well. Phoenix. Perez, even without being able to leap.
If you can swing your arm like that on one leg, like you see, she doesn't really get off the ground. She doesn't jump at all, but she's able to swing that arm and place it beautifully.
Ostorga with a tough serve, and Adventist could not handle it. Ostorga is a nursing major out of Northwood High School. 2-year player. This is her final home game. There's Chepernova.
Little block kill right there.
That's a block kill.
I don't know if you get
You may have just created a new term.
Exactly. Do you get credit for both on that one? I'm not sure.
Ostorga, another line drive serve, and they can't handle it. She looks good from the line.
Yeah, sure. Her serves have a lot of movement on them. That one had kind of like a sideways movement, kind of like a slider in baseball.
That time she floated it over. Back row attack. Chepernova, Phoenix with a nice dig. And another point. So Phoenix
did a great job of saving that point right there.
Boy, she did.
Diving for that dig there.
Get a good look at it.
Yeah.
Look at that effort.
It's not something you really expect out of your middle hitter. But
again, this is a very versatile team.
Tao with another great dig there.
Here comes Bladen with the set. It's Chepernova finds the hole in the donut. Perfect.
The good thing about Anya Chepernova is that she reads plays very quickly and reacts. The set wasn't where she'd want it to be able to really go after it, so she just tips it over the top where the defense wasn't.
That's one of the first things I noticed about her is her ability to change speeds. And like that, another dink over the line, over the net. So the Raptors now taking control of this set, up 21-9. Yeah. Ostorga on a nice run from the line. And that was a tough serve. Chepernova with the bump. Going to have to get it over. Phoenix. And that's out. Nice try at the save there, but
Perez had two good legs right there under her. She would have been able to get to that easily, but kind of limping on one leg, she wasn't able to get under that one enough.
So Leggett at the service line. Good hard serve.
Nice serve, a little curve on it.
Chepernova gets it over. Chepernova with the bump. Comes the set. And point for
Richard Corbett right there.
Adventist, yeah. Jerusha Corbett.
Like just a little swing cross court there. He was able to sneak it inside the line.
She's from St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. And double hit.
Yeah, Leggett's got a really nice, powerful jump serve.
That time she banged it right in the net.
Again, high risk, high reward. Like
yep.
There's so much that can go right with that, and there's so much you can go wrong with that jump serve.
Yeah, it has to be hit perfectly.
Yeah, but it's the lead up to it too. It has to be tossed perfectly. It has to be timed perfectly.
Both teams with 3 service errors. Make that 4 for the Raptors as another one goes out. So a little bit sloppy here in the first set for the Raptors. Maybe we're a little spoiled as well.
Probably so. I mean, we don't have their normal starting lineup.
That's true. That's true. So that puts Anna Grace Bladen back on the service line.
And Anna Grace has 20 service aces on the season so far.
Sanford, they got it over on a nice dig by Bladen. She saved that point. And there's Katura Gregory with the point. 4 assists in the first set for Anna Grace Bladen. We've got a timeout on the floor. And while we have a minute, we do want to congratulate 2 MC Raptors for being named Maryland JUCO Player of the Month for September. Pa Kaluntang from men's soccer and Anya Chepernova from volleyball. Kaluntang was chosen for helping lead the Raptors to an 8-1 record in September. He scored 6 goals and added 3 assists during the month. all while playing the back line, which is, as you know, a defensive position. He is also the second leading scorer in the team with 11 goals despite playing center back. And, of course, he helped men's soccer win the Maryland JUCO title. And then Anya Chepernova from MC Volleyball was selected for her impressive September. She averaged 3.27 digs per set for a total of 180, along with 207 kills and 18 aces. She's second in the conference in kills with 278 and second in kills per set with 3.81. And, of course, her contributions are a big reason why MC is 25-0 and won the Maryland JUCO championship.
Yeah, the Player of the Month is an accolade bestowed only upon the best players in all the sports in Maryland JUCO, and it's a distinction that was well-deserved by Paul Kaluntang and Anya Chepernova.
That is for sure. The two Raptors among the players of the month. Wow, what a hit by Chepernova as the Raptors take the first set 25-14. And as we talked about in the pregame, tonight is sophomore night here on the Rockville campus, and before the game, the graduating players were honored on the court for their contributions to the team and to Montgomery College as a whole.
Number 2, Anna Grace Bladen, a 5'8" defensive specialist and setter from Northwest High School. There she is.
And
number 4, Ekaterina Tao, 5'6" defensive specialist and libero from Magruder High School. Mom's giving her a nice hug right there.
that's her mom.
Number 12, Virginia Ostorga, 5'4" outside hitter and defensive specialist from Northwood High School. Here's number 9, Linnell Perez, 5'9" outside hitter from Springbrook High School. And without the knee brace, she can get up and smack it down. Number 11, Serafina Pierre-Louise, a 5'10" outside hitter from Gaithersburg High School. And number 3, Kishana Phoenix, a 5'9" middle hitter from Skyline High School in Mesa, Arizona. The grasshopper in the middle.
And there she is with her boyfriend, and there's a good look at the graduating sophomores from the MC Volleyball team along with head coach Tori Keno. Congratulations to all of them, and we want to thank you for everything that you contributed to Montgomery College and to Montgomery College volleyball. There's a good look at the Raptors huddle.
Yeah, they're having a little fun in there. They're smiles and dancing and enjoying themselves. I guess when you dominate a first set 25-14, you can do that. But you see right now that Coach Keno is getting them focused again for set number 2. She doesn't want to lose her focus and have any kind of give Washington Adventist any kind of idea that they could maybe extend this thing. The team last week was sick. There are a lot of players on the team that got sick. They may still be under some of the effects of that illness. So I'm sure Coach Keno would like to get this match over with quickly, get her players some rest.
Yeah, they've got they've got a little bit of a break before the Region 20 tournament, which begins a week from this Friday. And they've played, well, counting tonight, 26 matches. There's some bumps and bruises. As you mentioned, some illness was running through the team, some flu. So, it's nice that they're going to have that bit of a break before the postseason starts.
Absolutely. Like any team wants to be able to get rested, rejuvenated, and get their injured players back to good health leading up to a playoff run. The Raptors are no different in that respect.
So we are all set for the second set, and serving for Adventist is Spring McCarthy. And the Raptors, let's see if we can identify. Got Phoenix, Bladen, Ostorga, Nelligan, Tao, and who am I missing? And Talia Huss is out there.
And McCarthy leads the team in serving stations, 36 on the year. The jump serve like that kind of movement, you can see why.
They got to get that one over. They do. And what's the call? Point for Adventist.
And Grace Bladen hit the net.
So 1-0 Adventist, just starting the second set, and there's a service error. So in the first set, the Raptors each team had 6 kills, 3 attack errors by Adventist. Hitting percentage, Raptors way up, .545 versus .176, which we kind of expected, Joe, looking at the stats before the game.
Absolutely. The Raptors' hitting percentage was .363 coming into this match, while Washington Adventist Shock, they were at .061. It's quite a discrepancy.
Wow. Among many stats, that was maybe the biggest discrepancy. And Perez's second serve goes out.
It was a good serve with some good, I guess, knuckleball movement to it, but just hit it a little bit long.
Leggett with that hard serve of hers. Perez gets it over. Oh, great dig by Tao, but couldn't save it.
Anna Grace Bladen gave it a good try. She would have had to dive headlong into the scorer's table in order to get that one. Tao did a great job even getting to that.
Corbett really swoops in from the outside with those kill attempts. Jerusha Corbett.
Just another service error there for Washington Adventist.
Astorga had a very good first set from the service line. Nelligan. And nice return by Adventist on that kill attempt. Nelligan this time just pops it over. And there's a miss hit by number 11, Thalia Baria.
I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been Spring McCarthy out there that was able to return that powerful
Yeah, that
kill
was
attempt.
something. Phoenix winds up and buries it. She really wound up on that one.
Absolutely. Like Blake and I think it was McCarthy who was standing back there, and it just like whizzed right between them. They had no chance to even, like, it was just a blur going by them.
Yeah. So Astorga still at the service line. She's had an excellent match from there. And there's a violation, double hit.
Astorga's doing really well at the service line back there.
Good look at Tori Cano giving signals to her serving team. Bladen with a good attempt, but just couldn't get there in time.
Yeah, that was for all the good passing and good digging that she's done so far. Ekaterina Tao just mishit that as it's a bad pass attempt.
Good backline attack and right into the net.
It didn't look like Perez was expecting to be set.
No.
So by the time she realized it was coming to her, she wasn't able to get to it to really put anything on it to get it over the net.
She recovered very well. And there's a long serve by Phoenix. So service error for the Raptors, 7-5. Second set. Raptors took the first set, 25-14. Good look at the bench. That was Alex Salas. Corbett.
Good serve there.
Got to get this one over. Nelligan does. Batted right back. And Phoenix just harassing the front line of Adventist. Here comes Nelligan with the big kill attempt. And it's good. That was a great point.
That was a very good point there. All right, they were Adventist had a lot of trouble just trying to get it over the top of Gregory there. She's like even once just standing flat-footed with the block.
Gregory is formidable at the net. And Nelligan, of course, with that hard left hand of hers, she can really bang it.
Yeah, but there you are again. Keturah Gregory, another block kill.
So 9-5 Raptors. Bladen on the service line. Good hard serve. And there's a violation. Point Raptors.
Net violation.
Net violation there. Comes the set. Corbett. Powell with the dig. Comes Nelligan with the kill attempt. And they got to get it over. They do on a free ball. And there is Keturah Gregory. Force in the middle.
Gregory at 6'2" in that middle right there. She doesn't have to get up very high to get it over the net, but she does. She rises.
Boy, another great serve and an ace for Bladen. Yeah, Adventist is they are really putting forth the effort here.
Excellent serve, a nice float serve. It just died going over the net.
Look at that, Talia Huss with the kill. She, of course, is known for her assists. Second in Maryland JUCO in assists, but she got the kill there.
She only has, that was only her 6th kill of the season.
So we've got a timeout on the floor, and good look at the Raptor huddle there. Tori Keno, head coach in her 3rd year, and the Raptors are leading in set number 2, 13-5, and nearing that perfect regular season.
And they're having a lot of fun. You can look at the looks on their faces, the smiles in that huddle right there. They are having a lot of fun, which is what you want to see from a team. Like, if you are having fun, that means that you're A, successful, and B, that you are a cohesive unit. It's kind of like, if you see like people looking away from the huddle, scowling at each other, doing whatever, they're not a cohesive team. This team is very tight-knit and, very supportive of one another. So you can see it on their faces in that huddle.
Yeah, a lot of times you'll see huddles, and the people on the perimeter are kind of, they're almost like it's almost like they're looking at their phone. They're not paying attention. But very good observation there, Joe. Everybody in that Raptor huddle into it, and it's been that way all year.
It's the way it ought to be for any good team.
And according to our statistician, Evan Brown, he was talking to one of the assistants before the match, and he said, I'm going to be quite frank with you. He says, winning helps build great team spirit.
Oh, quite obviously it does. It gets some good, happy feel-goods there.
That's for sure. So there's another service error for Adventist. That makes it 14-6 Raptors, and that puts Isabel Nelligan on the service line. And boy, what a season she has had, Joe.
She has indeed. She's got so many accolades so far this season, including apparently another service ace right there.
Yeah.
But she comes into this match 6th in JUCO and 14th nationally in hitting percentage. She's 2nd in Maryland JUCO in digs, 3rd in kills, 6th in kills per set, and 5th in digs per set.
So she does it all out there. And there's another point for the Raptors as they go up 16-6.
Another point on the block for Keturah Gregory. She's racking up the blocks in this game. And Coach Ben Johnson over there, he's trying to come up with anything he possibly can to slow this Raptors team down.
Well, the fact of the matter is this is just a super talented Raptor team as Keturah Gregory is having a night on the front row.
And she is indeed. She is just hard to get around on that front row. It's the middle blocker.
She was a walk-on. There's another point for the Raptors, and they are running away with set number 2 here, up 18-6.
Talia Huss might just eclipse her entire year's worth of kills in this match. She's already got 2. She only had 5 coming into the match.
And she is having a ball out there. Great to see. I love the smiles. There's a point for Adventist. A double hit. So violation on the Raptors. So that stops the run there. And they're going to get another one going because there's a service error.
Yeah, that one nearly hit the line judge standing over in that corner.
So that puts Katarina Tao on the service line. Katura Gregory taking a seat. A well-earned rest. Comes Phoenix. Great job to dig it out there by Tooley. And there's Huss again. They got to get it over. They do on a free ball.
Nice dig.
Phoenix with the left hand.
But that play was set up by Huss, making a fantastic dig on a kill attempt there. A dig that knocked her over backwards, but she was able to pass the ball effectively to Bladen, who get it to Phoenix for the kill there.
And that's out. Another point for the Raptors. So they are closing in on the second set here, 21-7.
We've talked a lot about how Gregory has been getting a lot of blocks there, but Phoenix has been great at the net as well.
Tal is having a great game on the back line. Her digs she's been digging that ball all night long. And again, she's had limited playing time this season.
She has, but as a great coach does, they try to get all of their players ready. Whether you play a lot, whether you play a little, they want everyone to be ready because you never know when you'll be called.
That's right. They want everybody to be ready, and they want everybody to contribute. And she is really contributing, as she has all season. Very improved player from last year.
That goes to that coachability we talked about in the pregame.
Nelligan with the deep attack. At a little bit of a communication issue there as both players tried to go for it. So,
but as a coach, you would rather want two players going for it than nobody going for it.
Then everybody standing around, it's not mine. Huss digs her own block there.
Storge gets it over.
Nice dig by Huss. Oh, they got it through the block that time. Leggett.
Deja Leggett. A nice cut shot down the line or down the net.
So 22-10, Adventist. Working hard, but service error makes it 23-10.
And Adventist kind of beating themselves up by the unforced errors.
And there's good Linnell Perez. And there's an error on the attack. So this is set point.
Really nice serve there.
And that is it. Oh, I'm sorry, point for Adventist. Got a little ahead of myself.
Virginia Ostorga got caught not knowing whether she should kind of like tap it over or go ahead and have a hard swing at the ball, and ended up doing a half swing and hitting it out.
Leggett with that tough serve again. Nice dig by Tao. And Adventist stays alive.
Bladen tried to get the quick attack, but didn't get over the net.
Boy, another great dig by Tao. She is really showing her stuff tonight. There's the kill by Phoenix. So Montgomery takes the second set, 25-12. They lead 2-0. And while we have a break in the action, let's talk some soccer, because both MC teams are going great this season. The women's team is 11-2 overall. They've won 11 straight, and they've won the Maryland JUCO Championship. The Raptors are scoring at a 7.46 goals per game clip. They're led by Ariella Amaguana, who has 22 goals and 13 assists in just 13 games, and Viviana Rodriguez, who is second in scoring with 18 goals. And then the Raptors have a goalkeeping tandem of Delmy Perez and Elise Couturier that are holding opponents to a measly 1.23 goals against average. So another great season for the MC Raptors women's team.
That's super impressive. And also on the men's side, the Raptors are 20-2 and also won the Maryland JUCO Championship. They're currently ranked number 9 in the NJCAA Division I national poll in their first year of playing in Division I. They're averaging 5.23 goals a game, led by Eunice Benmuna, who's notched 22 goals and 14 assists on the season, and Paul Kalungtang, who we mentioned earlier, who has added 11 goals and 7 assists. And the Raptor defense has been strong too. They've allowed a very stingy 0.81 goals against so far.
So another great season for MC men's soccer and women's soccer. Now coming up this week, both MC teams will be competing in the Region 20 soccer tournament. It's going to be held at CCBC Catonsville. The men will play their semifinal tomorrow at 4, and the women's team plays theirs on Thursday at 6. And I will be there covering both matches and hopefully covering the finals on Saturday. The women's final is at 11. The men's final is at 2 on Saturday. So hopefully I'll be up at Catonsville on Saturday as well.
Absolutely. These two teams are going to be really tough outs. They're going to be difficult opponents for their respective Region 20 tournaments. The head coaches, Phil Nana and Trey Livingston, they have their teams performing at a very high level going into the playoffs. And the fact that they're thriving in their very first year in Division I it makes everything even that much more impressive.
Yeah, it is very impressive. Well, I tell you what, you look at all MC teams this fall, combined record of 57-4 of all 3 MC teams.
It's not easy to do better than that.
57-4 between all 3 teams. So a very, very impressive fall. And 3 Maryland JUCO titles. It's the first time in history that all 3 fall teams have won Maryland JUCO in the same year.
And they're hoping not to stop there. Obviously, they want to win their regional tournaments. They want to get to nationals and do the best they can to get the crown.
All right, so we are all set for the third set. Raptors up 2-0. Looking at who's out on the court for the Raptors: Talia Huss, Katura Gregory, Anya Chepernova, Skylar Thiessen, Isabel Nelligan, Kishana Phoenix, and Chanel Sanford. And Katura Gregory just took a seat, as they often do. They quickly substitute the libero. This is the first that we've seen Skylar Thiessen tonight, as Coach Tori Keno has been making sure everybody got playing time, especially the sophomores. There's Nelligan. And the first point of set number 3 goes to Adventist.
That set was a little bit too close to the net for Nelligan to get to, but Skylar Thiessen making her debut in this match. She starts off by getting an immediate dig. She's first in Maryland JUCO in digs.
And that's going to go long. Looking at a couple of quick stats, one stat that jumps right out is after 2 sets, 10 attack errors for Washington Adventist to just 2 for the Raptors. Hitting percentage, Raptors .455, Adventist negative .031.
Yeah, those
those
errors, those attack errors are what drive that hitting percentage down so low.
And And 7 service aces for the Raptors to none for Adventist.
You see right there, that was just another hitting error. The ball was set to McCarthy there, and she just hit it directly into the net. Didn't have a chance to get over.
7 reception errors for Adventist to none for the Raptors. So a lot of, the stats painting quite a picture here. There's Sanford. So nice try at the dig there by Ostorga. Couldn't come up with it.
That was a nice attack by Crystal Salazar, just finding a nice hole in the middle of that defense there.
So that puts Harumi Shambergo on the service line out of Northwest High School in Germantown. There's Chepernova just unleashing a bullet.
Yeah, when she gets up a head of steam coming on that outside, you can see right here, there's 2 blockers right there. She goes right through both of them.
Oh my gosh.
Directly through both of them. And when she comes and brings that power, I noticed her in the warm-ups, she brings her arms way back behind her. She crouches low and explodes off the floor. And that arm swing, the swing speed's got to be tremendous.
Here she comes again. Oh my gosh. The carom almost put a hole in the roof.
Luckily we have an experienced guy when it comes to the roof of this place. He can fix that.
Yeah,
so.
He's sitting right next to us, statistician Evan Brown, also known as roof repairman. Long story there, folks. Anyway, Alex Salas has been back on the service line, a freshman out of Magruder High School, having a nice little run here as the Raptors are up 5-2. And there's another reception error. So Salas now with 4 straight points.
And a couple service aces thrown into those points.
She's a freshman, but very good from the service line, very good at digging. Good save there. Here comes Chepernova. Look out. Wow.
Lights out Chepernova right there.
Man, she is just winding up and going for it.
But you have to give up some kudos for the sets that she's been getting.
Yes, yes. The sets are giving her that opportunity to get that momentum. I wonder what the MPH, the miles per hour, is on those kills.
I think it'd be pretty high up there.
It's got to be. Ooh, nice dig there by Huss. Sanford gets it over. Comes the kill attempt. Dug by Chepernova. Sanford gets it over. Comes the set. Leggett. Chepernova. Ooh. And then, good point here, and she found the opening.
Chepernova is just so aware of the spacing of the defense, where the defense is, and is able to find where to hit it just about every time.
And she's so smart. So smart. Sees the court so well. Kind of thinks like ahead of a play ahead.
Absolutely, and Alex Salas, another service ace right there.
So she's on a nice roll.
And there goes another
point. She's racked up, I want to say, at least 8 straight points here.
Yeah, they just keep her on the service line, service out of this match.
She's a freshman out of Magruder. Magruder has an excellent volleyball program. They're number 1 this year in the 2A, 3A division for MCPS. So the Raptors really rolling through the third set here, already up 12-2. And Salas finally has her run ended, but that was quite a run.
All those aces in a row and points scored by excellent serves. Like that's going to help this team come playoff time.
That's for sure. There's Chepernova again. Man.
Yeah, I think Courtney Tooling better check her fingers to make sure that all is still there.
Yeah.
I think Chepernova's fingers are just fine.
Yeah, they're just fine.
Tooley might have checked hers, though.
Linnell Perez with a good, hard, deep serve. Leggett comes to set. Oh. And that's a point for the Raptors. They blocked it out of bounds. They blocked the kill attempt out of bounds.
I believe that still counts as a kill.
It does. Yes, it does. Leggett. And that's out. So the Raptors up 15-3.
Leggett might have been a little bit intimidated by that front line of Chipernova and Gregory. Hit the ball, tried to cut it.
And there's a service ace for Linnell Perez. So I'm glad to see Linnell out there. She's a really nice young lady.
I don't know.
Got to know her a little bit this year and was very disappointed to hear about her injury. So it's to the point where it needs surgery, but she's not going to do any further damage if she plays.
And Perez on that last serve right there, she hit Courtney Tooley. It hit her in the arm and in the face. I don't know how that wasn't called a double hit.
The Raptors have had 9 kills in 12 total attacks in this set. Sorry, Chepernova has had 9 kills in 12 total attacks. That's why she has such a high hitting percentage.
No doubt.
18-4 Raptors. Third and possibly final set.
Katarina Tao is coming into the game, but not in the libero jersey.
Right, she's come in as
a regular substitute.
Matter of fact, the Raptors do not have a libero in at the moment.
She's coming in as a regular substitute, rotational substitute.
Big block at the line. Right there at the net, Gregory and Nelligan. 19-4 MC, Ekaterina Tao on the service line where she's had a great match. Corbett, Nelligan comes the set. Nelligan, wow.
Nelligan hasn't had a lot of opportunities in this match, partly because of the sophomore, the honoring the sophomores, giving them more playing time, but she just hasn't had a lot of kill attempts.
And there's a block at the net. Gregory again.
She's just a force in the middle there.
She's got 6 attacks, Nelligan. So that's a limited number for her. Here comes Gregory. Nice block. Raptors get it over. And it's out. And the Raptors are closing in on yet another straight set victory. 22-4. They lead 2-0. Nice floating serve by Tao. Corbett. And into the net, another point for the Raptors.
All match long, Washington Adventist has had a lot of trouble returning serve, even getting it to a point where they can get it back over the net with or without an attack.
And there's a double hit. So we're at match point in set number 3 as the Raptors leading at 24-4. Ekaterina Tao can end things right here. Another good serve. And they're going to have to get it over. They do get it over. Salas with the dig. And that will prolong the match by another point.
Washington Adventist lives to see another point.
Nelligan did not get that ball in the greatest position. So not a true error there, I would say, although it'll probably go in the books as one. And that is it. As a final service error ends it, the Raptors take set number 3, 25-5. They sweep the match, 25-14, 25-12, and 25-5. And there's a good look at the Raptors as they celebrate their 26th win of the season. The Raptors have completed their undefeated regular season. They are 26-0. And we're going to take...
Amazing accomplishment. Right
it really is an amazing accomplishment. The first time in the history of Montgomery College volleyball that a volleyball team has gone undefeated for the regular season.
Crowd is loving it.
So we are going to take a real quick break, and we will be right back to wrap things up. You're watching Raptor Volleyball on MCTV Sports.
We don't all start in the same place, but we all deserve the same chance. Montgomery College graduates rise up and say, I am MC. If you are the first in your family graduating from college, worked while attending college, are a military veteran, service member, or reservist, education empowers you to make an impact on your life, your family, your community, and the world.
And welcome back to the Rockville campus of Montgomery College. Michael Brown alongside Joe Thompson. There you see the result of the match. The Raptors take it 3-0 to complete their undefeated regular season. They finish it 26-0. And Joe, before we say goodbye, we really do need to name our player of the match, and who do you think it should be?
Well, you're looking at it right there, and I'm not talking about the kid in the yellow shirt either. Anya Chepernova is our player of the match. She had 9 kills on 13 total attacks with a hitting percentage of .692, which is amazing.
That is amazing.
That is amazing. She had an assist, she had a couple digs, she had a block. You can see her pounding the ball down at will against this shot team, flying through the air, knowing exactly where it was that the ball needed to go and putting it right there. Her accuracy is amazing, and that's why she is our player of the match.
Well, she was definitely the difference maker here tonight as the Raptors on sophomore night, they went with mostly a sophomore lineup most of the night. They mixed in some players that don't normally get as much playing time. They had a ball out there. Every time we looked at the huddle, at the bench, there were smiles, there was laughter. This is a team that's feeling very good about themselves, as well they should. There's Ekaterina Tao. She had a great match tonight.
Yeah, she was digging everything in sight and getting out there. And Talia Huss, her being able to get out there and get some attacks. She's usually setting up other people with assists. She was able to attack them tonight, which is something that will only help this team as it goes further on in the playoffs.
And a couple other players we have to mention: Katura Gregory and Kishana Phoenix. Both of them did a great job at the net tonight.
Absolutely, especially Gregory. Like she Washington Adventist just couldn't get the ball around her. It seemed she ended up with, I believe, 2 blocks that were recorded in the books, but she was such an intimidation factor for during this match that she affected a lot of the different attacks that the Shock were trying to do. She had a very big impact on this match tonight.
So once again, the Raptors take it 3-0 to finish the season undefeated, 26-0. Again, the first undefeated season in the history of Montgomery College volleyball. We want to congratulate head coach Tori Keno, her assistants Rich Carter and Dan Smith, and of course the entire roster of the MC Raptors. Well done, Raptors. Well done. Tremendous accomplishment.
Keep it going, ladies.
That is for sure. This is step number 1. The next step, the regional tournament coming up next weekend at the College of Southern Maryland. So once again, I want to thank everyone on the hardworking Montgomery College television crew for all your hard work again tonight. So for Joe Thompson, and everyone on the MCTV production team, thank you so much for watching Montgomery College Volleyball on MCTV Sports.